I don't think anybody looks good in a poncho. I really don't.
Like a plastic poncho?
Yeah, like the one...
Like at SeaWorld when Shamu comes out and sprays the audience?
Yeah, or like Niagara Falls or something. Like, I don't think anybody looks good in one of those things. Not even fucking Sierra Sky, not even Marilyn Monroe would look good in a poncho.
I'd have to agree.
They're horrible. They're just giant trash bags.
Yes, that's exactly what they are.
Welcome back to the Gemini Archives,
Welcome back, everyone.
It's just observations I have, I guess.
I guess so.
Oh, we're in a good mood today.
Yeah. Before we hit record, I told Megan, I'm like, I had coffee and I am lubricated. Except she thought I was going to say like awake, but no.
Well, that's usually what happens when you drink coffee, Lauren. You're awake.
Well, yes, but it also lubricated my throat.
Well, tea will do that too.
But I didn't have tea. I had coffee. So I'm ready.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, first of all, can I just say, really fast, to the people who are like, Mercury retrograde isn't a thing, you could fuck off. Okay?
Oh yeah,
because
it's a thing.
If you're a Gemini or a Virgo, like, that shit is, like, harrowing.
It literally, like, I'm surprised we didn't have as many technical problems as we normally do. We always have something that happens.
Well, something's gonna go wrong in this episode, I already know.
So the audio's gonna cut out. You're gonna hear me come back in like 20 minutes later and be like, hey, we lost the fucking audio.
Yeah.
So
if that actually happens, I will die of laughter.
I know, right? Foreshadowing.
Yeah. But it's whenever Mercury retrograde happens, I just don't sleep.
Yeah.
For like 3 weeks. Like I'm insomniac. It's ridiculous.
Well, more so than usual.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But
I don't sleep as it is.
I mean, you already don't sleep as it is because all you've been doing is playing The Sims.
Okay.
And that's all you've been telling me about for like 3 weeks.
Listen, I've been so excited. They just got a new expansion pack, and it's called Island Living. And you literally swim in the ocean, and there's dolphins and mermaids, and I'm like, yes, I am here for this. So I have been so pumped, and it came out last Friday?
Last Friday.
Yes, so it's been a week. And I have been... That's why there was no episode last week, because I'm like, I'm playing The Sims. Like, y'all could fuck off. I just hit the table.
That was the loudest
Oh my
shit.
God, it was the metal part.
I wonder if the mic picked that up.
I don't know. But...
I know. Lauren, like to the hour it was supposed to come out, because it came out at midnight on Friday.
Yeah, well, if anyone who doesn't play The Sims, when expansion packs come out, they come out at midnight, but game packs and stuff packs come out at 1 p.m. California time.
Mm-hmm.
So, or no, 10 a.m. California time, so 1 p.m. East Coast. So, I was able to play with it at midnight, and I literally was texting Megan at 1:45.
Like, just 15 minutes, 12 minutes. Like, I was getting a countdown. I'm like, now I'm excited just because you are. You know? I'm like, oh my God, it's like New Year's. It's like anticipation.
It's fantastic. If you haven't played The Sims 4, I highly recommend getting that with Island Living and City Living and Cats and Dogs. Literally the best.
Yeah.
No, actually, Seasons. Seasons is the best, but Island Living is like right there.
Yeah.
And it's just... you could build houses on the fucking water. It looks like Hawaii, basically. And there's a volcano, and like...
I just want to go there.
I was yesterday.
Oh yeah, I get these. It's like 6 links from Lauren, and she's just like, "I want to live here," and it's like $11 million mansions in Hawaii.
Yeah, in like the Maui area, and I was just like, I want to live here so bad.
I mean, they're beautiful. Like, I forgot which house it was that you sent me, but the tub in that house was like the size of my bed.
Oh yeah,
like it was ridiculous.
It had like an outdoor like walk-in shower, and I'm like.
Oh, dude, I would never wear clothes if I lived somewhere like that.
Oh, are you kidding me? It would be not only warm, but, like, private. So, like, I would be naked all the time.
Yeah.
Literally,
Me
if I had
too.
a house that... It was, like, 5 acres, so, like, there was no one around.
I would never have to worry about tan lines ever again.
No.
I would get sunburn on my nipples and shit.
And, like, my Vagine.
Oh, God. That's one way to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine how painful that must be, though?
Oh, sunburn on the crotch?
Yeah.
I can't even... I bet, like, people who go to nudist beach, they, like...
We gotta worry about, like, getting sand in there and shit, too.
Well, yeah, and crabs. I mean, if crabs are in there. Do nudist beach have crabs? Anyway.
I have no comment.
Oh, that's the thing you could do now in The Sims, too. You could have a nudist beach.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's one of the lot traits. You can make it a nudist beach.
I'm assuming children aren't allowed there.
No. Because you can't do it for, like, home lots.
Yeah.
But you could do it as, like, a venue type place.
That's
a
hilarious.
nudist beach.
I kind of want to go to a nudist beach just once, just to say
We
that
were
I've done
looking
it.
into that.
I know. I was like, where are they? Because I don't even know where to find one. You have to go like way, like in Florida and some shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to go all the way down.
Yeah.
But, I would go to one.
I would too.
Why not?
Listen, there's like wrinkly fucks there. So like, I would be okay, I think.
I think I'm at a place in my life where I'm comfortable enough with myself where it's like, if somebody did see me, I'd be like, whatever. You know? I don't really care. Not really online. That like freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like the possibility of somebody like taking a picture of me without me like knowing. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm kind of weary too. I'm like, well, what if somebody takes a picture of me and puts my tits online?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
For me, if I ever go through childbirth, I know I'm going to get to that place. I'm like, listen, I would have been out in a fucking hospital room with like 20 doctors and all these people just staring at my vagina.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's fine. Literally, I don't care anymore.
It's funny, though, because I say that and I'm like, you know what? I probably would, but when it comes down to it, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I would be like too freaked out. I would be wearing like this thing.
Yeah.
Just like I would be naked underneath it, but I'd have like a robe thing over me, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Please don't look at me.
Yes.
But yeah, so Lauren like for like the last like 2 weeks has been talking about this to me. And it is really pretty that like I played with it myself and I was like, "Oh, I could be a mermaid."
Yeah.
And I made a really pretty mermaid. She looks like oh god, what's her name? Like Calypso from Pirates of the Caribbean. Just like, really, I think she's pretty.
I haven't really played with the mermaids yet.
I mean, there's not really much you can do other than when you jump in the ocean, you grow a fucking tail.
Yeah.
And like that. And then you can like, and you're automatically friends with every dolphin.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. And the dolphins will like kiss you and shit.
Yeah, and if you blow like a conch shell next to it, they fucking make dolphin noises.
That's hilarious.
I was crying with laughter when I found that out. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Mine made a dolphin noise when she woke up. I don't know what that was about. Like, she woke up and, like, got really happy and, like, made a dolphin noise. I'm like, what the fuck?
I guess they just do that then.
The Sims is so fucking strange. Can I just tell you?
Sure.
One of the craziest things that ever happened to me in The Sims was when I played it, like, I don't know, this is forever ago. Mm-hmm. Like, my Sim went to a bar and literally everybody there was a ghost. Like, the bartender was a ghost. Like, everybody was a ghost. And I'm like, what is happening? Everybody died.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and like I got hit on by a ghost. The Grim Reaper was there. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, you know what? If this is like a real place, I'd probably hang out here.
Probably.
I'd go hang out with a bunch of ghosts. Why not?
You always laugh at the one I told you about when I first got The Sims.
Oh my god.
It's when City of Living just came out and my Sim was living in a penthouse because I had to try it out. And she like went to go sit at her desk and she just fell through the chair into a pool of invisible water. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my god. Well, because just the mental image of you, it wasn't so much the glitch, but it was you reacting to the glitch is what made me laugh. Just like, what the fuck?
I know. I was confused. I was like, what is happening?
Lauren's reactions to things sometimes just kill me.
And then one time, my Sim was playing with like a toddler, like her kid, and the arms glitched and they went like behind her.
Ugh.
And I'm like, what is happening?
Or they go to pick them up, but they're like behind them or whatever.
Yeah, they're like at their side, like a handbag. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Could you imagine if you actually picked up kids that way, just by like the collar?
Yeah.
Like a purse or something.
Oh, I remember when I was like in school, one of the moms showed up with one of her like little kids on a leash.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, like a harness leash on his chest. I was like, is this legal?
I mean, I guess so, for kids that like wander.
I mean, I
think
guess,
they were...
but then just hold on to them. Like,
know.
why you gotta put a leash on?
I know, it is kind of degrading, huh?
It is.
I don't even like putting leashes on animals.
I know.
I don't think it's fair. Like, let them just be free.
I know. Or even clothes, like...
Ow.
But, oh.
I just fucking smacked my hand on the table.
You alright?
Yep.
Well, our cat Frost will not wear a stitch of clothing, even a collar. Hates it.
Ugh, I wish he would. Like,
I know.
We tried. Like, I tried to get him to wear a bow tie. Tried to get him to wear even just like the cone of shame after we had to snip his balls off. You know? He wouldn't even wear that.
It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
After he got his testicles off.
I know.
But Picasso will wear things. She doesn't
Yes.
really care. So we
True.
can put her in like little bows and collars and stuff.
I know, she wore a flea collar for a while.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
But she's fine now. She's great.
Yeah, she went to the vet. She's good.
She's good. She's healthy for the most part, except she keeps throwing up and we don't know why.
No, she stopped. It's because she was fucking overeating.
Oh. Well, whose fault is that? It's not my fault.
Well, I know.
I only feed her like twice a day.
Yeah.
So I don't know who else is feeding her, but anyway.
Yes.
So
that's what I've been doing.
yeah.
That's why we haven't had a podcast in a couple weeks. I've
Yeah.
been playing The Sims and like I don't even fucking care.
Well, I've been fucking drawing and doing all kinds of shit. I know, and you too with the fucking tape. Here, you know what? Hold on.
Can we?
Yeah. Can we just move this?
All
really
right.
quick? All right. Is
I
that
don't know
better?
if that's gonna fuck everything up, but oh well.
How would it fuck everything up?
Well, I don't know.
Lord, we moved it 2 centimeters to the left.
Well, you never know.
I've been busy drawing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my hand. Like, I need a new hand. Like, help.
I'm sorry.
Help me. It hurts. But yeah, this episode should be interesting because we're revisiting something. And
We talked about this before?
briefly.
Oh.
Well, we did an episode about urban legends, and it was really popular. Like, a lot of people like messaged us and wanted us to do like another one, so we decided to expand on one of them, one that we found very interesting. And it's funny because we actually like looked up like facts and research and fucking like I felt like I was back in school fucking doing like a paper or something.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the Bunny Man today,
Mm-hmm.
which is exciting. Yeah. Thanks for just looking at me like...
I like, not gonna lie, just spaced out for a second. I'm sorry.
That's a funny thing about twins. Like, I know when you're spacing out, too.
Yeah.
Just
God, I'm so tired.
Well, you need more coffee to lubricate your throat or whatever.
Yeah. Or tea.
Yeah, or tea. But can I just say really quick before
Yeah.
I forget? I got in the mail just now, and I forgot I ordered these because I bought them in a state of delirium. A long time ago, I saw there's a girl. I watched a video of like she showed like the inside of her house. She was like this cute like goth chick, and in her room she had like a bunch of like tasteful like vintage nudes, and I thought that was just the coolest thing ever. So a few days ago, I took it upon myself to buy some because I'm like, oh, I want to hang these up, and they came today. And on the thing, it says, do not bend. And they were fucking bent.
Ugh.
So I was pissed about that. And now they're sitting underneath like a box trying to like flatten out. But I bought vintage nudes. I think they're all the same girl. I don't know.
It looked, listen, I can't tell.
I couldn't tell either. But, you know, I'm looking at them and I'm like, I had to buy this lot too because there was like one. It was a lot of 4 of them. And in one of them, all she's wearing is like pearls and heels, and I'm like, that's a mood right now. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to wear just all the time. So I was like, I need this, and I got I got nudes in the mail. Like, what era do I even live in?
I know.
It was exciting. And then I'm supposed to be getting other stuff in the mail, and it hasn't come yet. I'm waiting.
I know. It took fucking forever.
It's taking forever. Like, I would have rather have just paid the $7 for it to get here in 2 days.
I know.
It's like 2 weeks now, and it's still not even here because, oh, you get free shipping. But that means you have to wait a fucking lifetime for it to show up. But who's complaining? I'm not complaining. Lord's so out of it. She's got that glazed look in her eyes.
I have to keep talking or else I'm gonna space out.
Well, then say something.
Well, you wanted to talk about your nudes.
Well,
so.
I like my nudes. They're great.
I just want to give a shout out really quick.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
I have a friend, a dear friend, and his name is Chris Barker.
Hi, Chris.
And if anyone listens to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews, which I don't know how many of you do. I know some of you do. He's kind of a part of not really part of the show, but he helped one of the co-hosts on the show after his house burned down in the recent fires that were all over California.
Yes.
So he's well known amongst the Straight Talk community. He found out some really bad health news, unfortunately, but which as of yesterday is getting a little bit better apparently. But he started his own podcast, and I don't know if it's coming out today or tomorrow, but I will link it below once I have the link. I highly recommend. It's called These Last Few Months, and he goes into detail about his condition and what he's going through and all that, and it could help someone, you know?
Yeah.
And I just want to link it below because I think it would be great, and because he supports this podcast.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and because he's a dear friend of mine, and I care about him greatly. So I just wanted to shout him out.
I'm going to cry.
Don't cry.
I don't know why. Things like this make me emotional. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We love you, Chris.
Yeah.
We hope things look up for you.
Yeah.
You know?
As far as I know, they are looking up.
I'm hoping they stay that way.
I hope so too. I'm sending all of my positive energy. I have all my crystals out. All that good energy's going that way, literally.
Yeah, here, have all of it. Here, take it.
Just put it in like a spirit bomb like Dragon Ball Z and just fucking... There you go.
Nobody knows what the fuck that is, Lord.
I guarantee you at least 2 people get that fuck. So many people have watched Dragon Ball Z.
That listen to this. Well, maybe. Okay. You're right. I don't know.
Matt knows Dragon Ball Z. He listens to this podcast. That's one person.
Yeah, sometimes. Matt, listen to this fucking podcast more. God damn it.
Anyway, I just wanted to shout him out.
Yes.
So,
thanks for listening, Chris.
Yes, thank you. You're a saint and a gem.
And an actual angel.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So, we're going to go to a break.
Yes.
In a little bit. But, it's funny. I had like 3 songs I wanted to put in this week, but and I know I said too, like, oh, I'm going to put in a black metal song, like, for the rest of summer. No, this one is not black metal. Believe it or not. It's a band that I've been listening to recently called Heavy Meta. Really good, really different from what I listened to, but I'm putting them in anyway. And really quick, while we're on the subject of fucking music, I just want to make a disclaimer. We've been getting messages from, well, more so just on Instagram. Like, people have been messaging me on the podcast Instagram and my own personal Instagram about, hey, can you put my band on your podcast? We don't do that. Okay? Like, the songs we put in are songs that we literally just like.
Yeah.
You know, like, we don't ask people to put them in or whatever. They're just so, because we don't get paid for this. So,
right.
Or it's not on YouTube anyway, so it's not monetized. So don't ask us to put stuff in because, we do have a bit of a reach, but that's not what we're doing, you know?
Yeah.
That's not why we're putting this in.
We're not a music podcast.
Yeah.
And we're not here to promote anything.
Yeah.
Unless we want to promote it.
Yeah.
So is it kind of selfish? Yeah, but
But please don't pester us.
Yeah.
You know, like we just, you know, we do this mainly because we just enjoy doing it. So.
Yeah. Once we open the floodgate, though, and, you know, start promoting one band, it's like it's never going to end, and then we'll never be able to play anything we want to play.
Yeah. So it's a polite and kind no.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you can find Heavy Meta on Bandcamp and Instagram. So go check them out.
Well, if you want us to listen to your band, fine, but don't expect it on the podcast.
Yeah.
If we want to put it on, we will, but otherwise, don't even bother asking us to put it on, because 100 out of 100 times it'll be in now.
Yeah.
So
I just wanted to put that out there. We're not trying to be assholes, but, you know, just respect what we do, please.
Yeah. Maybe find another podcast that really promotes music.
Yeah.
Because we're more so a story-based podcast that just happens to play some music in between breaks.
Yeah.
So.
Because,
it's kind of like what we're listening to this week kind of a thing.
yeah, not so much just like, oh, you know, promoting whatever. I mean, only if I want to, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I know it's kind of like selfish, but I don't give a shit.
Go make my fucking podcast.
Yeah, like go make your own podcast and put your own music on it. Then,
Well,
like, don't
honestly.
fucking bug me, dude.
I know. Well, because we've been getting there's like a couple people in particular who have been incessant about it, so I have to say something.
Yeah,
Like if it was only like once or twice, like it would be fine, but it's been like incessant now.
yeah.
So please stop messaging us. We're not going to answer you. Sorry.
Anyway,
Anyway, I just want to put that out there, but really, you could find Heavy Meta on Bandcamp and Instagram if you want to check them out. They're really good. So I don't know what song yet. One of them is going in here. I don't think I might put in the whole fucking thing. I really don't care.
the whole song.
The whole song.
I think we're gonna put in the whole album. It's like we don't have enough time.
No. No, I wouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
so, all right, we're going to do that. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about the Bunny Man.
Yeah.
And things are going to get fucking weird. And
Thank God we're doing this in the daytime. I get too creeped out by things now. Like, I used to be able to handle, like, urban legends and, like, horror movies and stuff. But, like, now as an adult, I'm like, I have to watch it during the day.
yeah.
Because, like, once nighttime comes, I'm watching happy, fun time things. Or
I know.
playing The Sims.
Lord's literally, like, sending me videos of, like, first-person views of, like, amusement park rides and stuff.
Well, because when you don't live near an amusement park, well, we do, but it's not, like, a big one.
Yeah.
It's nice to just live vicariously through YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's what in the one I watch, he has like it's like low light and high def and 4K, like really good graphics. So I literally feel like I'm on the ride.
Yeah.
Like I could ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey without waiting 620 minutes to go on.
Well, it's great for someone like me, too, because I get motion sick. So
Yeah.
I can't really do rides anymore. But now it's like, oh, I can, like, watch them and still, like, kind of experience it. So I'm not, like, totally cut off from the rest of the world.
yeah.
But I know I do. I get motion sick now. Ever since...
I know, like the fastest you could go was like It's a Small World.
Yeah, like, literally, I think when I was, like, 16, I went on a Ferris wheel. And it was like, that was it. I was done for like 2 days after that.
Yeah.
It fucked me. I don't know what it is. It just fucked me up. I think I have something wrong with my inner ear. But that's a topic for another day. But, okay, we're going to go to a break. Enjoy Heavy Meta. We're going to get fucking weird when we get back.
Yes. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Wanna get out
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. So,
We're going to do the damn thing right now.
yeah, we're going to do the thing. So we have notes written, like I'm literally like in college still.
Yeah, like literally this would take up 2.5 pages in a college notebook.
Yeah, it would. It's a lot. So, but we wanted to make sure we had everything, like correct. Like I don't want to give misinformation.
Yeah.
I literally fact checked like 1,000 times yesterday.
Yeah.
I read, I think like 17 articles.
Yeah. And because this is an urban legend, there's some people that say it a little bit different, but this is generally the idea.
Yeah, there's
of what
slight
happened.
variations with everything.
Yeah.
So,
with any urban legend or like, story like that.
yeah.
It's
So,
there's always going to be variation.
we're going to try to keep it as basic as possible because I mean, I do want to get into this a little bit more and kind of like speculate like why this happened.
Yeah, but we have to give the whole rundown first.
Yes. So, for anyone that doesn't know, the Bunny Man.
Hold on. Make sure you add in the creepy music starting here.
So, oh, you know what? I can't fucking do this. Okay. So the Bunny Man
Yes.
was, or I think it's his popularity, if you want to call it that, started in the early, or it was in 1970, and it was based in Fairfax County, Virginia. I don't remember what city it was specifically.
Just
I think it
somewhere
was-
in the area.
I think it was like Burke, Virginia, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know I'm starting off right. I'm like, I don't even know what city it is, but Fairfax County, because it was kind of like in that area, and some people claim that it even made its way like to DC and things like that. But it's mostly in Virginia. This is based. The first real reporting or like incident involving the Bunny Man was, let me get the date, October 19th, 1970, and it was a couple. They were parked in a field near, it's an overpass called the Colchester Overpass, which now is referred to as the Bunnyman Bridge.
Yeah.
And they were parked in a field near the overpass, and the couple claimed that the Bunnyman came up to their window with an axe and said they were trespassing, and then beat the shit out of their windows and tried to get them. And there wasn't much else that they were able to give other than that. But then, exactly 10 days later, October 29th, there was a... Hold on, let me word this correctly. There was it was a construction security guard.
Yeah, so they were doing construction near the bridge, and there was a security guard basically, overlooking the whole thing and like making sure no one was trespassing. And he saw the Bunny Man sitting on the porch and just going, because you know how porches have like those posts. He was taking his axe and just chopping away at it. And this guy the security guard goes up to him and told him he's trespassing. Right?
Yep.
And then, he threatened the security guard that he would chop his head off with his axe.
Yeah.
So.
And I think this is also in the same area too.
Yeah,
I
it
was
wasn't
like
too
that-
far from the bridge either.
Yeah. So these two incidents happen, and the police open a report or whatever, but it eventually closed because it lacked evidence. They didn't have enough evidence to put the guy away. So after that, people were wondering like, okay, so where did this guy come from? Who is he? What happened? So a possible origin for the Bunny Man was that he was being transported to a mental institution from one to another, I'll say, with a bunch of other, patients. And the bus crashed and he just escaped.
Yeah, and it's rumored that everyone on the bus except for 10 of the patients were dead. So he was one of the ones that got away.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
So that's what people say, although that was later disputed because there was a cop that said there's no mental institutions within this part of the state.
Yeah.
So I don't know how true that is. I couldn't really find much about that either because I tried to look up like mental places and stuff, but nothing that had been open around this time, I'll say.
Yeah.
There was one, but it was was like more like near West Virginia. Like it wasn't close.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't in the same county,
yeah.
basically.
So I believe that, but that's what people that's the story. Like out of everywhere that I look, that's kind of like the story that people stick to.
Yeah.
So we're just going to assume that's what happened. And whether it was in that county or a different county and they were going, so who knows? You know? So, oh God, there's so much here. Like, so after this happened too, and I guess for a while this would happen around Halloween, you know, like around, you know, the fall or whatever. People started seeing half-eaten and skinned rabbits everywhere, and they were hanging from the bridge. They were all over the ground,
in the trees,
and it's really disturbing. You know, like when I read that, I love rabbits, so like it broke my heart.
Yeah.
But then there was also one case found where it was a man that was murdered in a similar fashion, like skinned.
Yeah, so he was skinned and like his half
eaten and ugh. Could you imagine finding someone like that?
No.
I mean, I used to work as a mortician and I've seen some pretty gruesome shit, but like nothing can even prepare you for something like that.
Speaking of, okay, a little bit off topic for a second. I forgot to mention about the video I saw this morning, not pertaining to the bunny man, but it was like kind of disturbing. Well, I'll talk about it later. But you just made me think of it because of skin and dead bodies.
Hold on, I'll make a note so we can come back to it.
I was going to talk about it in the first 20 minutes, completely forgot.
Okay.
Because I spaced out twice. So.
Yeah, you just stared at me like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, where was I?
So, yeah, there was a guy who was murdered the same way to the bunnies.
And, so, eventually, you know, the cops, you know, are working furiously now to, like, try to catch whoever the hell this is. And this is all in the early 1970s, so it's not like today where, like, somebody could pull out their fucking phone and film the crazy guy.
Not as much technology back then.
Yeah, so it was harder to kind of catch him. So, but the police, upon, you know, research and speculation, things like that, believed that the man, that's the bunny man, his actual name was Douglas J. Griffin. I believe that's how you say his name. And so they were trying to find him, and I think there's some people that said that they were able to confirm that he was, you know, in a mental institution, but then there was other places that didn't say that.
Yeah.
So whether he was confirmed to be insane or not is still kind of like speculated.
Right.
But if we're sticking to, he escaped from an institution, I'm going to go with that. So, and that's the thing with this too. Like there's not much that's very concrete other than the location, you know, like the location being in Virginia at that particular bridge. And what actually prompted us to want to do an episode about this legend in particular was we saw a video of, there's a guy, the carpetbagger that we watched, his name is Jacob.
Yeah, we brought him up a few times on the podcast.
Yeah, and he has gone to the bridge himself.
Yeah, I can link the video below.
Yeah.
It's only like a few minutes. It's not that long. His interpretation of it was pretty off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of right, but not really.
Yeah,
we had to like fact check a few times because we were just going to go off his video, but some of it wasn't right at all.
So take his with a grain of salt. It's more so just if you want to see where it fucking happened.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty abysmal. Like, it's just like a lonely overpass.
Yeah. You know what he looks like? Remember when we went to the Warren's Occult Museum and it was that little overpass we had to get to before we got to the house?
Yes.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Well, that's fucking unsettling.
But that's like, for anyone who doesn't know, the Warren's Occult Museum is in Monroe, Connecticut, which is basically a street. It's not even a town, it's a street.
Yeah, it's literally so small.
Yeah. And to get to Lorraine Warren's house, you had to go under like this underpass, and like it looks exactly like this bridge.
And it's like on a dead end, and it's all quiet.
Yeah.
And like, it's so creepy.
I bet we still have that address somewhere.
Because
it's not public, you know, knowledge to have the address. You have to literally buy a ticket to go there, which I don't think you can now anymore.
No, they shut it down.
Yeah, so They gave you her address.
Yeah. I still have the email.
My God.
We could go there if we really wanted to, but
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go back.
After going one time, I'm never going back.
Yeah, I'm never going back there.
I can't do it.
Well, it made us sick as fuck.
It was so oppressive. I know we talked about that in another episode too, but
Anyway, so it does look like that. So it's very, it's a bleak setting for an already terrifying.
And it's not
thing.
that big of a underpass either. It's not long.
No.
It's pretty short, but it's still terrifying.
Yeah.
So
eventually the police found him.
Yeah.
And
the guy, the supposed bunny man.
Yeah, the supposed bunny man.
Oh, and I don't know if we said this either. They called him the bunny man because he wore a bunny costume.
Oh yeah, we probably should have said that.
Yeah,
right?
so he would go up to people in the bunny costume with an axe.
Yeah.
So that's why he was always referred to as the bunny man.
Yeah. So, and when he killed, that's what he was wearing.
Yeah.
They found him, and while they were trying to detain him, he escaped.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know. There was a couple places that said one thing, and then others said another. Some said he got hit by a train and died. Others said he just kind of walked away and laughed.
Yeah.
And was like, whatever.
Oh, and the people who say he got hit by a train and died heard laughter after he got hit.
Yeah. Which is fucking creepy.
Oh. Yeah, they could turn that into a movie, which I think they already did.
Yeah, The Bunny Man is a movie.
Yeah.
So I never seen it though.
I know, I don't know if I want to see it.
I know. Who wants to watch it with me? Because I'm not watching it by myself.
I know. We need at least 3 people to watch it with. And then I'll feel more
Please
comfortable.
email us at thegeminiarchives@gmail.com if you would like to watch that movie.
If you would like to make a blanket fort and then watch The Bunny Man.
So, yeah. Apparently, they did find out he was institutionalized.
Yeah.
In some way. But it doesn't really explain how. Some people say it was the mental institution. Some say he was just in prison.
Yeah.
It's...
And the reason he ended up there was because he killed his family on Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the Bunny Man.
Yeah.
So he was all fucked up in the head.
Which I want to speculate. Why? Why Easter Sunday?
Yeah.
Why rabbits? I mean, the thing that I thought of first was... Easter Sunday, well, for the Catholics, is the most holy day.
Yeah, besides Christmas.
So, that's a pretty strong message, Mm-hmm. And especially if you don't believe in that kind of thing, or if you're a Satanist or something, yeah.
Or an atheist, or just don't believe in anything.
Yeah, or an atheist, that's a pretty strong fucking message. That's saying fuck your God, basically. And Easter Sunday.
I know.
Man.
Maybe his family was really religious.
Yeah.
And he just resented them, so he wanted to get them on a super holy day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the mind of a serial killer, but
just based on I've watched so many things about serial killers and their psychology. It could be something as small as when he was younger, he got bit by a rabbit.
Yeah. Or in then he just killed rabbits, and because that's a very early sign of a serial killer is they play with dead animals and they like to kill animals.
Yeah.
As kids. If your child likes to play with dead animals or has killed an animal and plays with it afterwards, for the love of God, go get them checked out.
Yeah.
No, and I'm serious.
Yeah, no. It happened with... Oh, can I say that?
What?
Oh, I don't know. It happened with... Fuck it, she doesn't listen to this. My mom used to be a first grade teacher, and it happened with one of her kids in her class.
Oh, yeah.
No names. I'm not giving any names,
no.
But it was a girl. And my mom started noticing it, and she had to say something to the parents.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, you have a serial killer in your class.
That's what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
And probably others, you know, that we just don't know about.
Jeffrey Dahmer's probably the most famous case of that.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, it could be something like that. It could have been just a morbid fascination. It could have been, it could have been anything. He could have been molested by an Easter bunny, which sounds ridiculous when I say it out loud, but you don't know.
Yeah, he could have went to a church thing and on Easter, and there was a guy in an Easter bunny costume that Five Nights at Freddy's him and just like took him to a back room.
Yeah.
You know, for anyone who doesn't know that game, I'm not going into it.
Oh
Just
my
look it
God,
up.
that's like a whole other rabbit hole.
That
No
would
pun
be-
intended.
That would be another episode of this podcast, literally, maybe even 2.
I know.
There's so much fun with the
There's
Freddy's
so
stuff.
much stuff to that game.
Yeah.
And I just don't care anymore.
I
It's
know.
too much.
I can't. I'm like, just put an end to it, please.
But yeah, it could have been. There are so many, because that's what I really want to know, like, why.
Yeah.
But when I tried to look up the why, nobody really had any insight to it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're just going to accept the fact that he's crazy, you know?
But it's like, I want to know why.
Yeah.
You know? Like, why did you do that? Who hurt you? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Because a bunny's such a particular thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, to want to wear and then kill people, you know?
Right.
Like, why, out of all the animals in the world, you chose
know.
a rabbit?
Is rabbits really... Actually, I don't know. They're not that violent, though.
No. They just
Not
like
really.
to fuck a lot.
Yeah. I mean, they bite, but I've never heard, well, at least to my knowledge, a rabbit killing someone or mauling someone or anything.
Yeah.
Fuck. Remember that chimpanzee that woman owned from Stamford, Connecticut?
Yes.
And she ripped her friend's face off?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy.
That's why we don't keep chimpanzees as pets.
Yeah.
Or any wild animals from Africa or Asia in our homes. They will rip your face off. And apparently the monkey was on like Xanax and like something else too.
They gave the monkey Xanax?
That's what I said. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Whose fucking idea was that?
Her owners. Literally.
What a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Too bad it wasn't her face that got ripped off.
Well, no kidding.
Well, now she gets to live with the fucking guilt the rest of her life. I
Well,
guess.
exactly. Well, she died like a few years ago or whatever.
What, she kill herself or something?
No, it was medical.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is a video I watched yesterday that I'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay, yes.
So.
So moving on with the bunny
Yes.
man. So I wanted to just speculate and just be like, let us know too what you think happened here.
Yeah.
Because nobody just wakes up one day and goes, hey, I'm going to put on a bunny costume and just fucking kill everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
That shit builds up and then it like reaches a boiling point.
Yeah, there's some kind of deep psychosis happening here. And I want to know what it is. Because it's intriguing to me, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because it's so particular. Like, because that's the thing with, like, if you ever watch, like, that's like Jeffrey Dahmer is, like, so infamous.
Yeah.
Because he ate people. How many people eat people? It's such a particular thing.
Right.
And then when you see him talk about it, it's bone-chilling.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, I just wanted them to be a part of me, or whatever he says. And you're just like, ugh.
I know.
For fuck's sake. It's so gross.
The thing is with Jeffrey Dahmer too, it was a specific kind of person. So young gay men.
Yes.
Young ethnic gay men, I believe.
Yes.
So like black and Hispanic and, you know.
Asian, yeah.
Yes. And it's that fact that it's like it's like a specific type of like person that makes it even creepier.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, yeah. And that's why this is really intriguing me. I know Jeffrey Dahmer, like, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
That was on the
really
news.
happened.
But, I mean, the bunny man, it's kind of considered an urban legend just because there's no real, like, concrete evidence to back it up.
Yeah, and we also looked up too that it kind of just like came back to light after because a dumb teenager, so says the same cop that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're just doing it to scare people after like a dog disappeared or someone like someone's dog.
No, that wasn't you're getting ahead of us. That wasn't the bunny man. That was the goat man.
No, that was the bunny man.
No, that was the goat man.
No, that was the bunny man.
No, I wrote it, Lauren. That was definitely about the goat man.
I told you to write it, and I knew it was the bunny man.
No, it's definitely about the goat man.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Look it up. Go ahead. Prove me right. I'll put in the Bob Ross music while we're waiting.
fuck, you were right. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Oh, god damn it, you were right. Anyway,
So, while we were doing some research,
yeah.
we came,
I don't know why I turned my phone off. Hold on.
Lauren.
All right.
While we were doing some research, we came across another urban legend for the Goat Man.
Yeah.
Which I guess kind of goes hand in hand with...
We looked this up on Wikipedia, by the way. And
well, other places too.
yeah, but mainly Wikipedia. And it said, oh, this is in relation to the Goat Man. And I'm like, what the hell is this now? So this is the Goat Man of Maryland, not of Georgia.
Yeah,
So,
because I guess there's more than one Goat Man.
yeah.
So the Goat Man of Maryland apparently became prevalent around the same time, like the early 1970s.
Quick disclaimer. What happened in the early 70s to make people lose their fucking minds?
Acid.
I guess because like every paranormal, like The Exorcist came out, like possession was the thing, like being possessed by like demons, all this urban legend stuff. What happened? Like, what happened in the early 70s to make people lose their shit?
I don't know. I think somebody opened a door that they didn't know how to close.
I guess so, but anyway.
But so the Goat Man is similar to the Bunny Man for the fact that they're both considered cryptids. And I don't know if you know what this term means, but
It's like a Bigfoot.
yeah, it's like basically something that's half human, half animal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an actual legitimate field of study called cryptozoology.
Yeah.
The people that study these kinds of things.
Like, yeah.
And like even though the Bunny Man, I wouldn't consider him an actual cryptid because it was a costume.
Yeah, me either.
So, but the Goat Man was an actual cryptid that was half goat, half man.
Yeah.
So, hold on. How did I write this? I said he had the head and an ass of a goat.
Yeah.
And then the body of a man,
Yep.
basically.
Well, because the way we looked up, it said hindquarters. I'm like, just put ass. For God's sake, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, hindquarters. So like proper. It's like when you go to the doctors and you're like, I'm having gastrointestinal distress.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, so you can't stop shitting, is
Just
what
say,
you're saying.
even buttocks would have been better. The fucking hindquarters.
It sounds so proper.
It's like the 1810s up in here. Anyway.
So, okay, let's see. I want to get my facts right. So the Goat Man was based out of Beltsville, Maryland. I actually wrote down the city for this one. Like the Bunny Man, he was also an axe wielder, but he was a scientist. So they actually know a little bit more about who this guy was. Mm-hmm. So he was a scientist, and he worked for the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center.
Yes.
And
did we ever confirm that was a real place?
I'm going to confirm it right now, just to make sure, because I don't think that's the one thing I didn't look up.
Yeah. I know, because I'm like, I'm not sure if we actually looked up this place or not.
Yep, it's a real place, and it's still open.
Great.
It's got 3.
What are their hours?
It's got 3.7 out of 5 stars. Oh, it closes at 6.
Oh, great. Are they open weekends?
No, they're closed on the weekends.
Oh.
Anyway.
Good to know if you ever want to visit.
Yeah, I don't know why you would visit, but it's there.
Yeah, yeah, it's a thing.
So this guy apparently he experimented on goats, and like mutating them and stuff like that. You know, messing around with DNA and things like that.
And it's basically like, so they got up a Marvel comic, like something went wrong, and he accidentally mutated himself. Into the Goat Man.
Yeah.
And for some reason that made him want to kill people.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
I don't understand what the correlation is there, because it literally went from, oh, he became a goat, and then he just wanted to fucking kill everyone. Although, I will say, though, there are a couple different variations on this story.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Mm-hmm. So one was that,
he hulked himself.
Yeah, he hulked himself, basically, and then he got pissed about it and just wanted to kill people, and then the other variation was that he was just kind of like an old hermit who just walked the woods and just felt like really despair, like just a lot of despair, and you know, was really just like, I'm a monster, leave me alone.
Right.
And I don't know which one's worse, honestly.
Yeah.
They're both pretty bad.
That one, the Herman one, doesn't really make sense because it's like, but how do you know he's a goat? You know what I mean? So,
unless I think people have like reported like seeing him.
Yeah.
And that's what they say. Like, he wasn't hostile, but he just kind of was like wandering. But you don't know.
Yeah.
If he didn't attack you, doesn't mean he can't be hostile.
Right.
You know? But, yeah, and I guess there were reports, though, that he kept attacking cars with an axe in the back roads of Beltsville.
Yeah.
And that's why people always associate him with the Bunny Man, because their style of killing, basically, was
similar.
So, although the Bunny Man did more, like, way more heinous shit. Just like,
because he was actually fucked up in the head.
Yeah. This guy,
the other guy, it was like an accident.
Yeah.
Like, he literally hulked himself. That's the story of the Hulk.
Yeah.
If anyone has never heard it before.
Yeah, except he turns into the Hulk and not a goat.
Yeah.
So, and then there's other people, you know, people that want to, you know, take it to a next level and think it's the work of the devil because he's a goat, you know, and that's the symbol. So some people think that it's something much more demonic in nature than what it's being presented as, which we could speculate. It could be, you know, maybe he wanted to become Satan incarnate or something, but we don't know because there wasn't a lot about him.
Yeah.
Other than like the Wikipedia and like maybe like one other article, I couldn't find that much about the Goat Man. Yeah. Other than like fucking Jim Brewer, you know?
Oh my God.
Saturday Night Live.
I know.
But yeah, so apparently this is popularized like a year later. So after the Bunny Man incidents happened and all the fear and the speculation stuff, a year later in 1971, the Goat Man kind of came to light because there was an incident apparently where a dog died. They didn't really go into it.
Yeah, this is what I jumped the gun on and thought it was the Bunny Man.
Yeah, and there was an incident where a dog died and people wanted to blame it on the Goat Man because all these crazy things were happening with the Bunny Man, so they wanted an explanation. We need a scapegoat, no pun intended, and we, you know, said it was the Goat Man. Mm-hmm. But the cops, like you were just saying, the cops said it was just bored teenagers.
Yeah, it's just trying to bring light back to an old urban legend and stuff.
But, and I like to think it is true just because think about the nature of when, like, even think about, like, there's a lot of, like, mass shootings and bombings and stuff now. When one happens, it seems like a chain reaction of, like, how many more happen.
Right.
Because the news makes it popular. People want to get popular, want to get on TV. They want to get noticed. And that's what happens.
Right.
So, honestly, the Goat Man is probably still legend, or it was just a copycat thing, or it could be anything, really, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think... we tried to look up pictures of the Goat Man. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find one. I don't think there was any that were, like Bigfoot-esque.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it didn't look like somebody went and found him and took a picture.
Yeah, it didn't look satanic either.
Yeah. It was just like... I don't know. They're all like artist depictions.
Right.
Actually, wait a second. Is this the one from Maryland or is this the one from Virginia though?
I don't know. Virginia? You mean Georgia?
I mean Georgia, sorry. Okay, so apparently there is one picture, but I don't know. Okay, so I guess there's 3 Goat Men. There's one in Louisiana and then Texas. I'm sorry, I thought it was Georgia.
Oh.
And then Maryland. So,
God.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was my bad.
Okay, these are like artist depictions.
Yeah, these are all artist depictions. There's one picture here, but it looks like it could be special effects. I don't think it's... Because look at this.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
That looks almost a little bit too
This
good.
is the one that was like...
Yeah, there's like one, but it's like a...
It literally looks like a guy in a goat costume.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like... But it's all goat. It's not like half man, half goat.
Yeah, like this is all fur.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that one doesn't look right, but like, whatever artist drew this one, though, that's a little more what I thought it was going to look like.
Yeah, me too.
Like, face and ass of a goat, but the body of a man.
Yeah. So apparently there are Goatman sightings, but the legitimacy of them is questionable.
Yeah.
So, because just me being like an artist and stuff, I'm looking at this and like, this is not half man, half human. This one is. But
Yeah.
it's almost a little bit too...
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
like too staged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the pose and everything.
Right.
So, and a lot of these look like CGI. There's like this one that's just, this could be fucking anything in the world.
Seriously.
You know, and I know you can't see these, but just if you jump on Google, there's not that many pictures of it.
If you type in the Goatman Maryland, you'll see.
You'll see what we mean. And I mean, this one looks fucking insane.
I know. Christ.
Could you imagine if that was real?
No.
Like, if I saw that in front of me, I would actually die, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably go into cardiac arrest.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's so... so creepy. So, cryptids are very popular.
Yeah.
Upon further, like, research and really delving into it, cryptids are I didn't realize how popular
especially
they were.
in the South. Like, super popular.
I don't know if it's just because they're more superstitious down there, whatever the case is. But,
I don't know.
Yeah, they're very... It's a very... it's taken very seriously, you know, by the people that are really into it. And I don't really know that much about it. I was never really like big into like Bigfoot and stuff like that. You know? I never really, you know what I did watch though? Oh, Lauren, it's seriously.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do love like Destination Truth.
Oh, with
like
Josh
that.
Gates?
Yeah, where they go out and seek things like this in like third world countries and stuff.
Oh, that's such a good show.
It's a great show.
I live for Josh Gates.
But honestly, you never see anything.
Yeah.
Like, what do you just hear them react at it's like...
Yeah, them trying to find the Jersey Devil and like...
oh, fuck, what is that? And it's just like, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
So...
I think sometimes it's really played up for TV.
Yeah.
So...
That's why it's hard to, like, watch it. I mean, it's entertaining as fuck, but I don't think there's much legitimacy to it.
Yeah.
So... with things like this, it's like interesting to kind of comb through because you can kind of see how like stories get exaggerated and like
it's like a game of telephone too.
Yeah,
you know, like things get lost in translation, things get added, things get exaggerated.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, it's still prevalent today, especially back then. Where you literally, I mean, a lot of it was just word of mouth.
Right.
That you had to, like,
yeah, there was no
on.
internet that you could just go to and look things up.
Yeah,
you had to go to a library.
Yeah, you couldn't, like, just go jump on Google and be like, am I seeing a fucking goat? You know, like, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So, I think it's interesting how, when you really, like, look into things like this, how little legitimacy there is and how a lot of them are really just, like, urban legends. Because... I tried to look up like what was his name, Douglas Griffin or whatever. Like I tried to look it up and it just brought me to like the white pages. Like there was no correlation to the Bunny Man.
Yeah,
and
you think if it was a real thing, it would pop up. Like it would have been in the news, something.
I mean, the Wikipedia article did come up, but that was it.
Yeah,
I will say that, but there wasn't. There wasn't much to find. So I think a lot of it is like just people like wanting to make like an interesting story and like, trying to find explanations for things that they can't explain. But I guess we've been doing that since the dawn of time, you know, like it's how people explain all sorts of things. I mean, how many, centuries ago, we also thought lobotomies were a good way to treat illnesses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really interesting to like look into this and like,
yeah, because this is the stuff that keeps me up at night, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Like I love looking up like old urban legends and like, things like that. Like especially about, cryptids.
Yeah, well, could you imagine like being in the woods and then seeing a guy that's half man and half goat?
First of all, I would not be in the woods, but especially like by myself in just open woods.
Well, I know.
Like some people are just out of their mind, but like I know, like, I can't even imagine.
I know. Like, it's just, and I think that's what makes this stuff popular is because it feeds off, like, the fear of the general public, you know? And you could definitely see where, like, there's the taboo behind it, too, because, like, I mean, think about a bunny. Think about how cute and innocent and adorable bunnies are, and how one person made them disgusting and corrupt.
I know.
You know? Like, it's just really sad. And those are the things that really get me, too. Like, the things that are supposed to be, like, normal or strike a chord with younger Megan. You know, like, those are the things that are really disturbing. That's why we were just talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. When that game came out, it disturbed me so bad because you and I, well, we've talked about it so many times on the show.
Yeah.
We grew up in places like that, like Chuck E. Cheese's and arcades and things like that, you know? And to think that those places could be haunted and there's people there that want to kill us or that really like us.
Yeah, like,
you know?
I never for a second did I even think that as a kid. Like, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just Chucky on a stage.
Yeah.
You know, or Chucky dancing with a group of kids in a costume.
Yeah.
You know, like, I never... Like, you don't think about stuff, especially because the Chuck E. Cheese we went to was in a nice area.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't a bad... Like, all these Chuck E. Cheeses you hear about now that are, like, gross and, like, the service is bad. This was in a nice area of Connecticut, like a ritzy part of Connecticut. Mm-hmm. So, it was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where it's like someone takes something that, you know, you may love. And we never had bunnies growing up, but, like, what if you did? You know, like, okay, you own a pet rabbit.
Yeah.
And then you hear something like this, and you're just like, how can my sweet little bunny be compared to something so horrible, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, it's the things like that I find very interesting and intriguing, because it's like a corruption of your youth, you know?
Right.
It's sad. It's really sad. Like, and especially if he did, like, murder his family, like, on Easter and all this stuff, like, that's sad, you know, more than anything. So
I know.
it was just interesting to really look into it because we watched Jacob's video and, you know, he told a little bit about it, like a very brief summation, but I really wanted to, like, find out more. But then looking into it, I understand why it was so brief. There's not that much. Yeah. And you'll find that with a lot of urban legends, I think.
Yeah, urban legends are not, like, very detailed.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to go in on, like, I wanted to, like, get to, like, the nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah, but there's really not that much.
Yeah.
What we told you is basically all we could find.
Yeah.
And that took, what, like 20 minutes to explain?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some that probably have a little more, some that even have less.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's how urban legends are.
Yeah,
it's different from a creepypasta. Creepypastas are completely made up.
Yeah.
Like stories. But urban legends are passed down from generations, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's some truth to this.
Yeah.
Obviously, the bridge exists, the town exists, the agricultural center exists. You know, these are real places, but we don't know if these are 100% accurate events either. Mm-hmm. There are explanations for things that can't be explained, basically. That's usually what an urban legend is. Like, God, what is it? Like Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
You know? I think about that one, and I mean, it's different, obviously, in nature, but why would somebody think of that, you know? Right. They must have seen something must have happened to cause that to be formed. So I wonder, okay, so the Bunny Man, could you imagine seeing a guy with a bunny mask on and an axe?
I know.
Like, it's ridiculous.
I know.
So, yeah, this is fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I love it.
I love.
We're gonna have to come back and do more of these.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your leg?
Yeah, that's my leg.
I'll go this way.
Thanks. Yeah, because we love talking about stuff like this, and if you could suggest us any that have more substance, I know this one doesn't really have that much, but we would really like to go in on one of them.
Yeah, because we do this in our free time, like literally.
Yeah, like we literally will just like think of something and like, let's look it up, you know?
Yeah.
Just the inquisitive Gemini.
And then I'm up for 3 days, like obsessing over it, and then I move on to the next thing. It's actually ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, you get really into things.
Yes. I have kind of addictive a personality. An addictive personality.
Yes.
Holy crap, I can English. So,
Yeah.
just when it comes to things like that. Otherwise, I don't really get addicted to anything else. That and games.
I used to be addicted to chocolate,
I know.
but I stopped eating that shit. Well, regular chocolate.
Yeah. Not white chocolate.
Nope. I'll still eat that. But, yeah, so this is exciting for us to do.
Yeah.
And thanks for letting us talk about that again. And thanks for all the feedback. Holy fuck. When I'm telling you, like, this is the most feedback we've gotten about any of our podcasts, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like, so many people messaged us about the urban legend thing. They're like, we want to hear more.
Yeah.
We won't do conspiracies. I'll tell you that much.
No, we're not going to go into the Mandela effect. We're
Yeah.
not going to... No.
There are hundreds of thousands of things out there about that. And if you would like to listen about that, you can go listen to it there. Because we're not going to get into it.
Urban legends is one thing, and conspiracies are just a completely different ballpark that we're not even going to touch.
Yeah. I don't really care for conspiracies either. I don't like the paranoia that comes with it.
Yeah.
This is different. And we talked about this in our other urban legend episode. We like urban legends because they're kind of based on truth.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just kind of like fun to speculate and be like, oh, what if there was a half goat, half fucking whatever walking through the woods? But with conspiracy theories, I feel like they're too out there. You know,
it's too bizarre.
Yeah.
And it like really twists real. That's the thing, though. It twists real events.
Yeah.
It's the people who speculate about the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
And time travel and things that could actually be true or are true. And just, you know, putting all kinds of ideas into your head.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like manipulation.
I don't either.
Behind it. So.
That's like when I talked about the Shane Dawson conspiracy of the Chuck E. Cheese fucking pizza slices.
Oh, yeah.
Really not that deep. That's just how their pizza comes out, literally.
Yeah.
So, in the fact that he, you know, put that much paranoia and, like, fear into people over fucking pizza, like
people lost their jobs because of that.
Seriously, and I'm sure there were a few places doing that anyway that should have been called out on it, but the majority of places they don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, Chuck E. Cheese could have, like, sued his ass for, like, you know, what do you call it when you,
For slander?
yeah, for, like, slanderous stuff or whatever.
Yeah. Like,
that's a corporation you're going against. Like, what is your fucking deal?
well, he's fucking stupid, so...
He worries too much about things that should not be worried about.
I know, it's so pointless. And that's why I hate conspiracies, because they're really looking to just kind of, like, stir the pot. Urban legends are just kind of like things that you talk about, like, when you're hanging out or whatever, and you're
like
just...
at the water cooler at work. Just like, oh, did you hear about this?
Yeah.
You know, it's not... You don't really have to go into it.
Yeah.
Because they're mainly just fake stories.
Yeah. So that's why we like these things. And
yeah.
Thank you for letting us revisit this, because this is really fun and exciting, even though it did feel like a research paper at one point.
I know.
But
before we finish this
yes,
now,
I was going to ask you, what is the video you saw?
So it was last night, because I don't sleep.
Lauren.
Well, at least right now. It's this channel that came up that I've been watching for a while called Nexpo, short for Nightmare Expo.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a lot of... He has a really popular series called, like, Creepy Things to Find on the Internet, Volume whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he does a really good job, like, in his research and, like, looking for, like, things that are, like, very disturbing and interesting and all that. There's a video he put up. I don't know how long ago this was. Have you heard of this shit?
What?
It's a guy referred to as the Russian Doll Man. Oh my god. So there's this guy from Russia who...
Fitting.
What was his job? He had, like, a really good, like, job. I forgot what it was. Working with, like, some kind of, like a geographical... oh my god. I'm gonna fuck this up. But...
I'm going to look it up.
Hold on. No, let me do it, because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Do I have to put the Bob Ross music back in?
Just for 1 second.
All right.
Oh, his name was Anatoly Moskvin. He's Russian.
Nick, we need you to pronounce that for us, please.
Please. What was his job again? Oh, he was a historian.
That wasn't even close to what you were trying to say.
I know. I was thinking geography, which is close enough.
Close enough.
Spoke 13 languages, traveled extensively, taught at the college level, and was a journalist. That's it.
13 languages?
Yeah. So this guy was very like renowned for like the work that he did.
I wish I could speak more than 2.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm sorry. Please continue.
So apparently what happened was he didn't have like a very conventional childhood. He was raped as a kid.
Jesus.
And it started off this fascination with him grave robbing and going and taking bodies out and like, doing God only knows what with them. And like his parents had no idea, so it kind of just boiled over to in that part of Russia that he was at. Like hundreds of graveyards were getting desecrated.
Oh my god.
Because he just kept digging for bodies and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and here's the fucked up thing. He got caught red-handed one day. The cops went to his apartment. He had 29 bodies of young girls,
Ew.
ages 3 to 12. And they were dressed up in what they were buried in. And he sewed buttons into their eyes. This really happened.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And there was pictures of, they looked like dolls.
I'm going to look up the pictures. This is going to fuck my day up, but I'm going to look it up anyway.
Yeah, we are not posting this on the Facebook. But
no, I don't want to do that because I just want to see for my own morbid curiosity. So what's his name? The Russian doll man?
Yeah. And his parents thought he just had a hobby of like making, can you fucking believe that?
This is horrible.
He stole 29 young girls' bodies and just kept them. He was living with his parents in an apartment. And people would walk by the apartment and say, God, it fucking reeks. But they thought it was like sewage problems or whatever. But, oh yeah, he had 29 bodies in that fucking bitch. One of them was about 9 years old.
Oh,
like,
my God.
It was there for 9 years. The girl wasn't 9 years old, but the body was there for 9 years. So it fucking reeked. That fucked me up on a whole new level.
This is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I want to cry.
I'm sorry, but
my God.
And here's the fucked up thing. Because when he made this video, Nextville made this video, it was a few months ago, so it was still like 2018. This guy got put into an insane asylum, because he had schizophrenia and he was like really mentally fucked up. He might walk free soon. Literally.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, because there was lack of evidence. Because he technically didn't kill the girls, he just took the bodies. But it's like, dumbasses. If you let this guy free, he's gonna do it again.
Well, honestly.
It's like, that's why we don't let people like that out into the world.
Why do you think Charles Manson was locked up for so long?
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't really do anything, though.
Well, not murder, but there was a lot of theft and a lot of, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people did not want him walking free.
He's probably walking free now, honestly, because this is back in, like, the end of 2018 this happened.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I'm not dead, so he can't take my body.
I know.
Not that I'm too old for him.
But, like, imagine being those parents who not only lost their kid, but then someone took the body.
Ugh.
That's why I just want to be cremated, because, like, I'm so afraid of that.
Yeah, so just burn me.
Yeah.
When I die, just let me burn.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what you do with my ashes. Throw them in the fucking Atlantic.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bring them somewhere and let them go.
Yeah.
But
it, like...
Oh, my God, Lauren.
I'm sorry.
I wish I didn't see that.
I'm so sorry.
Man, that was so disturbing to me. Well, because...
If you want to look up those pictures, just Google the Russian doll man. It'll come up.
I've had to work on a couple children when I was, embalming a lot. And, oh, man. It's so, like, just not even just the embalming itself was hard enough, but then having to deal with the parents, that's, like, one of the worst things that could ever happen to you in life.
Yeah.
Is losing your child. The amount of grief that surrounds that is insurmountable.
Yeah.
So,
next to losing your husband or wife.
Yeah. So, to have to deal with that and then knowing somebody took your child.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's fucked up on every
You watched
level.
this before you went to bed?
Hell yeah, I did.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. And then, well, it was like the sun was coming up at that point, so I'm like, well, now I can go to sleep. It's like 4 a.m.
Lauren.
I know. I don't really watch stuff like that anymore, but I was so intrigued.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be like a guy who just collected creepy dolls. But
Yeah.
oh no, that I was out in left field with that shit. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But if you're looking for a good like creepy series, check out his creepy things on the internet video series.
Mm-hmm.
I will link that below too.
Okay.
It's fucking awesome. Just make a note of that. Don't link it.
What's this guy's name?
Oh, Nexpo, Nexpo.
Okay.
He's a great channel. I love his stuff. And he's got a very like radio voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really pleasing to listen to him talk about these scary things. I also watched a series on Local 58, which is fake. This is fake.
Yeah.
It was a guy who just made up this whole thing.
Yeah.
But another great series. Highly recommend if you want to be creeped out.
Yeah.
The whole series only takes 20 minutes, and there's probably like 7 videos.
Are you serious?
Yeah. In its entirety is like 20 minutes long.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I might have to watch that now.
It's pretty cool, and it's all fake. So
I'm still trying to digest the fucking image I just saw, but
I'm so
I'll
sorry.
watch it. No, it's okay. Oh man, I just was not prepared for that. And I've seen some pretty fucked up things. That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
So, ugh. I have to
know.
go like fucking go sit outside
I know.
for a
I'm gonna
while.
go bleach my brain, I think.
No, I'm gonna have to edit this in the same day because I won't have time to do it tomorrow. But
Yeah.
so this is going up the day we're recording it, which is what's today? The 20 what? The 28th?
28th.
Yes. So it's going up today.
Yes.
So, yay, exciting. We have a new episode going up. Or it's up. You're listening to it right now.
Yep.
I think I'm good. I
think we're done.
think I'm at my quota on fucking creepy.
Next time, it's gonna be all fucking Jerry Rafferty.
Yeah. It's gonna be all yacht rock. We're gonna sing the Commodores and fucking I don't know.
Sit on a fucking yacht.
Christopher Cross. And
I had no idea his voice was so high.
you've never listened to Christopher Cross?
Well, I have, but like it didn't register how high his voice is.
Yes, Lauren. He's like a little fairy.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oh man. But all right. Thank you for letting us do that. Holy shit. Or wanting us to do that, I should say. It's a real treat because we don't know, like let us know what you want to hear too, because like we like doing this for fun too, but like we also don't want to bore you to death. So
Yeah.
if you like stuff like this or whatever, like I know a lot of people want us to do more stuff about music.
I know. We did one part of a concert chronicles.
I know.
I know.
Well, because we don't have that many. Like when we were looking at it, I'm like, I haven't been to like fuck shit.
Maybe we could do a second part and get Nikita back on because he's gonna remember more shit. He's been to a lot of the same shows as us, so.
Well, Nick also has like the memory of an elephant.
Yeah.
So I don't. I have like the memory of a fly. So.
Well, when he was on too, it was basically the second concert chronicles anyways.
Yeah, I guess so. You could call it that.
But no, it kind of wasn't. We didn't really talk about shows. I don't think.
I don't know.
We'll have to talk specifically about concerts.
Yeah, because there's some fucking crazy things that have happened to us. Like, just
I know.
like
metal shows are rough sometimes, man. Like,
well, it's not even that. It's just like when you're like a chick and you're there just like by yourself.
well, that's what I mean.
It's just like people think it's like an invitation to come up to you and just treat you like a fucking creep.
oh my god, the number of times I've been hit on at a metal show, and I literally look like a sack of shit when I go. Like, I'm hot and sweaty and just like...
I thought you were going to
gross
say
looking.
I'm high.
No. Never. But, just hot and gross and like,
Remember the guy that touched your hair?
I try to forget about that.
Oh, God. I remember seeing that, and I almost throat punched him. I was so angry. I'm like, don't fucking touch her.
I know. I had to like...
Yeah.
I retreated like a dog, just...
Yeah. But... well, so we might do that. I don't know. We'll get into some other stuff too, and
Yeah.
just whatever the fuck we feel like doing.
Yes.
But don't ask us to play your band because we're not gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. But I will put in Scorpion Child though.
Oh,
Because
I really like that band.
I do too. It's very like modern day Led Zeppelin, but like better.
Yeah.
Which I love Led Zeppelin, but this stuff is great.
Yeah. Oh,
They're very like, what do you call it?
I don't know. It's just like fun sometimes. Sometimes I can't listen to stuff that's too serious.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes I just need something that I can like sing along to and like dance to.
God,
So,
it's like, it's a song you could fuck to and get your work done listening to. It's great.
oh, dude. You know what? We need, that's going to be the next one. Songs to fuck to.
Oh, songs to make whoopee to.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta put the sound clip in. Please.
Okay, I will. Yeah, because, there are so many songs that I would totally fuck to.
Oh, you're telling me.
Oh my god, like a fucking giant playlist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think all at the same time, who knows, but that's a good topic to revisit at some point. We might
Yeah.
do that next time because we're out of fucking time right now.
Yes.
Or at least we're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're basically done.
Yeah, so maybe next time we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about something else. Maybe we'll just fucking, I don't know, just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
About whatever the fuck we feel like.
It'll just be a don't listen to this part 2.
Yeah.
Literally, we have no idea what we're gonna do.
Honestly, that was one of my favorite episodes, and like because you named it "Don't Listen to This," nobody fucking listened to it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should have named it that.
Because I checked recently because we've been getting like so much fucking activity on the podcast page.
More than we've gotten.
Yeah, which is great. But I'm just like, what is happening? And I happen to just like look at like the number of downloads in an episode. I'm like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea to name that episode.
Yeah.
that.
People are like, all right, I could fucking skip this. Okay, we want you to listen.
Please listen to it.
I was saying it ironically. Apparently, people don't get irony sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to translate digitally, but there's
Yeah.
good music on there too.
Yeah.
So go listen to that if you want.
I forgot what
Please.
episode number it is.
I don't
You'll see. It just says don't listen to
It's
this.
like 12 or something.
Yeah.
No, it's later than that.
Just listen to it.
Yeah.
I promise you we're funny. So,
Yes. But all right, we'll put in some Scorpion Child for you, Laura.
yeah.
And thanks for letting us get weird and
Creeped out.
and creeped out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, I wasn't planning on the fucking Russian doll thing.
I'm sorry.
Because when you said Russian dolls, because I'm a doll collector, I was like, ooh. this
Yeah,
is
I
good.
thought the same thing. Literally, the thumbnail for the video is a doll, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be about dolls." Oh no, it's fucking actual bodies. So I'm like, great.
I thought you were going to say, too, because you were talking about, like, skin or whatever. I thought you were going to say that he would take the skin and make dolls out of human skin.
Well, that you would think, but oh no, the skin was like gone at that point.
Ew.
It was like all rotted and gross. How did the parents not smell it? That's what I want to know.
Who are these parents that are just so oblivious?
Yeah, that's just, oh, he just likes doll making. And it's like, fuck. Maybe, like, look into it because you live with him.
Yeah.
Make sure he's all right.
Yeah.
Get him into the fucking... I can't. Anyway.
So, we're going to go now.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. And very exciting episode. This might be one of my favorite episodes I've ever done, honestly.
I know.
Like, I love this shit. So maybe we'll revisit another one. Maybe we'll talk about something else. We don't know. But thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Hey, bye.
Bye.